What's going on, traders? Happy Tuesday. Just wanted to make a quick video talking about bias. Obviously, I put out a pre-market analysis before the market opens of my opinion of where the market's going to go, and sometimes it's not always correct. But what I wanted to show is that you can still make money even if your bias is wrong. And I just want to go through that right now. So this is typically how I set up my charts. 3 windows for the dollar index, and on another screen I have 3 windows for EU and then 3 for GU. But we'll start on the daily as always. Okay, so this is today's candle here. Before we opened up today, we were hitting this fair value gap right here, which will go back and time, and there it is, the remainder of this fair value gap to close in. And we have this last up close candle, order block. Like I said, we set up this liquidity over here. So my bias was, if you watch my Sunday video, is that I wanted to see a retracement. Obviously, we didn't get that. Dixie's just rolling through. Inevitably, I want Dixie to go higher, but I kind of wanted to see a retracement lower first, but we're not getting that. But with that bias in mind, let's drop down to an hour. All right. With that bias in mind, so let's go here, just roll you back. All right, so this is what we have at midnight. Okay, so what I'm looking at midnight is I'm looking at obviously this high. Okay, and if we look, we have the low of the day for Monday, right? And we also have Monday's high here. So midnight starts here, delineate our midnight opening price, right? Automatically opening price wants to rally. So this is what I'm looking at. So 1 a.m., 2 a.m., sorry, we've already taken out Monday's high. Right, so there's liquidity above this high. We've taken out Monday's high, and we've also taken out Friday's high here. All right, so I'm looking at that, and then I'm dropping down to a lower time frame because, like I said, I wanted to see a reversal. So to me, this looks like manipulation because we're reaching for a premium at first. Also, what I wanted to note, if we drop down to a 15-minute time frame real quick. All right, so same thing. Opening price midnight, start to rally. Took out Monday's high, and we have Friday's high. What I'm looking at in here when this is happening is this. Okay, all this engineered liquidity here, we're just keep pressing higher, keep pressing higher, keep pressing higher, keep pressing higher, keep pressing higher. So I see this as pretty much price going to a premium and then dropping lower. And I'm looking, what I wanted to see, what I anticipated is I wanted the price to come to a premium, right, and then sell off, take out all this liquidity here, right, and potentially get down to here, take out Monday's low. So go for Monday's high, take out Monday's low. That's what I was looking for. As you can see, we had a huge drop. So there was 8:30 CPI news that came out, had a drop here, and ran all this liquidity, which is what I was looking for. Okay, inevitably, price hit a discount between this range low and this range high, and then obviously took off higher. But before all this happened, I was looking at EU. So let's go to EU real quick. And this is a trade I took on Monday. Same thing. Okay, so if we go back here to the daily, right? Obviously, daily candle for EU, new daily candle just opened up. But we closed here, started to, came down lower, moved higher. So like I said, I was expecting a reversal and my eyes were here. right? Beginning of the week, I saw this. Well, before Monday. Monday kind of solidified that for me, right? I was looking for price to come up here. So I was looking at this to be the draw on liquidity. Equal highs, FOMC, wanted to see that. After Monday's trading, right? Shit. Damn. Okay. All this liquidity sitting up here. So before I start my trading day, obviously I'm looking at where's the liquidity? Like we're opposing retail ideology. So I'm thinking there's so many retail traders up here, right, that see this as a resistance level. They're all short, right? So obviously you got to take you back to pre-market to see what I see. So this is pre-market, right? Friday's trading. I see this as a draw on liquidity. So here we have a down move. I'm looking at this as manipulation, took out a low, and then we hit the daily order block here, and then we saw a reaction, displacement, right? So as we go into trading, Sunday had the French, I think it was the French election in Europe, saw this. So this is what I'm looking at, right? Outline this on my weekend video here. And then once this happened, market structure shift right here. Market structure shift, I'm like, okay, we're bullish. I'm looking at this imbalance here for price to come back into, right, and react off of. So we're on the 1 hour. So what I was doing was last down close candle before the displacement, had it here. 1 hour order block here. Okay. So we broke a low, broke a high, market structure shift. I actually took a trade in here as well because once I saw this market structure shift on Monday, as you can see, Monday's price came down lower, filled in this fair value gap. If you go to the 15-minute, which we'll do, you'll see there's an order block here I took a trade off of, and I just pretty much target this high because it was a 1 to 3 trade already. And it was Monday too, I wasn't expecting too much. But it did, like I said, the draw on liquidity was up here, so I was looking for price to come up here. So even though price has now pretty much confirmed that it's moving lower, like we're coming for this low down here for the daily and weekly low, right? But before all that, like I said, I'm basing my decision off of a lot of liquidity up here, market structure shift, right? And I'm aiming for these highs to be taken out. This is what, on my Sunday video, this is my area of interest that I wanted to see price to get to. Took a buy in here, 1 to 3. We'll go to it on the 15-minute. Okay. So if you look here, this is the 1 hour fair value gap. So Sunday open, market structure shift, down close candles, supporting price. So I saw this here, right? So we had Monday's high, Sunday's high, Sunday's low, right? So it's liquidity under highs and lows. Saw this as liquidity, last down close candle, right? You've used this one as well. I use those collectively, but here I actually got in a little sooner. But here, alright. Liquidity taken, right? So I went long, pretty much went long here. Stop loss below this order block here. And I just target this high right there. Right. So actually, I think I was a little bit higher because I had a 9 pit stop. Pretty sure. I think it was right around there. Yeah, 3.4. Okay. So pretty much got in here. But I saw this, saw the reaction off of it, got in 1 to 3. Okay, pretty much got out right about here, straight into profit. Nice. I like trades like this. When price takes out a low and it wants to move higher, so there's like almost like a manipulation. Everyone sees this here as like price is just tanking, falling. So people are trying to chase this, and all of a sudden they get caught up. Stops are up here for retail traders. See this as resistance, right up here. They're going short. Breakout traders are going short, and then it just takes them out. Like I said, I was aiming up here, but I think I was tired, and I just pretty much cut the trade right here, 1 to 3, and that was it. All right, so that was the first trade on Monday. So now we go to Tuesday. Okay, so just take all this off. All right, now before Tuesday opens, right, I'm looking at this here. Right, this is what I'm looking at. All this liquidity, all these lows, there's a lot of liquidity rest under here. So I'm like, perfect, okay. My idea of price coming into this fair value gap, and I'm going to adjust this because this is the hourly, actually I'll leave it there. This is the hourly order block here. So I'm like, all right, cool. If price is going to go higher, and I wanted it to like really reach up, like I said, go back up into the pretty much equilibrium of the daily swing, I'm like, all right, then I want price to reach down to get everybody offside, then take off, right? Still aiming for these equal highs up here. All right, so there's only got a lot of liquidity down here. Bam, cool. So as we, delineate, so this was Asian range here, high and low, right? So as we're coming, pretty much price 145 starts to seek a discount, right? So let's go here. Get this fair value gap. Cool. We also have this tiny little fair value gap in here, which I saw as well. Alright, which made more sense. But actually, to be honest with you, I was actually looking at, once I noticed this one on the hourly, I also saw this one on the 15-minute. And I was like, well, if we're going to go down here and hit this order block, we might sweep into this right here. So I wanted to adjust this. Just kind of trying to show you where like my head's at during the trades. Adjust this here, okay. Right, so we have the order block. Didn't really touch it here. Right, so this is 3 o'clock, but I did enter on this candle. Knowing that the news was playing out later in the day, I entered at 3 o'clock. I like 3 o'clock. It's almost like the sweet spot of London open kill zone. So because I was doing that, obviously I saw it come right here, and I actually went long right under these candles here. But I put my stop right here. It's a pretty big stop. You'll see it's about 20 pips. And like I said, I was pretty much, we have equal highs right here, right? So the top of the Asian range, and high here, right? So I was actually looking for price to potentially come back into this fair value gap here, right? So I was looking for that to happen. All right. So as you notice, I've already taken a trade on Monday. I gained 3% on that trade, right? And now here I am on Tuesday. So Tuesday, we took out Monday's low. Liquidity's under here, right? Take out Monday's low, and I'm along here. Start to consolidate a little bit in here, and then news happens. Check this out. Bam. We hit the order block on the 1 hour. 1 hour and consecutive 2 down close candles in the 15-minute here. And then we reached in, let me get rid of this. Fair value gap. Tapped it here. So we took out liquidity, tapped it here, and then, like I said, this was kind of a risky trade because I took it before news happened around 3 o'clock, so I had to weather all this, and then took off, right? I risked 0.5% on this one. Like I said, I went long here, stopped just below this low here, because I knew if price came all the way down to here and took out this low, then my bias is completely changed and we're going lower, which, as you can see, we played out here, right? So we broke this low. Ultimately, I think we're aiming lower. But if you look, right, just here at this high, a 1 to 2 trade. So risking about 20 pips to make about 40 pips, 1 to 2, okay? Cut the trade off, up 3%, right, from Monday, up 2% from Tuesday, up 5% for the week, right? Not really 5%, but 5 risk to reward for the week, because obviously I cut my percent in half on this one. Once price hit 1 to 2, stops the break even, and as you can see, price took me out. Okay, so this is an example, as I said, like, yes, price is now shown me that we're going lower. We're not going for that retracement right now, it doesn't look like, right? But I was still able to be profitable on 2 trades with my bias as being bullish and coming for these equal highs. So if you listen to ICT's teachings on YouTube, he says the same thing, like you can still be profitable even if your bias is wrong. So just wanted to point that out. Like I said, up 5R plus 5R for the week. And now we're just waiting for Wednesday trading. Like I said, now if we look, put this on hold for a little bit. All right. Now my aim is down here. So market showed me that my bias was wrong. Now I'm in sync looking down here. So Wednesday, won't be looking for any more buys. I'll be looking for a short. Okay? Alright, well, we'll see what happens tomorrow and possibly make another video and show you what the results were.